All right, so we're going to be reacting to the NBA 2K26 official gameplay trailer and talking about all the new features that they have. To be honest with you, I'm pretty excited about the game. I did see the stream, so I know what's going to go on. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to give you my opinion. If you're excited, leave a comment down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's just get into it. So the first part of this first minute clip, I'm not going to put any audio, but I will talk about what's going on, right? I think they have music and it's copyrighted, so can't really show that video, but yeah. As you can see for the trailer, they wait. You guys know? I just realized this. You guys see all these lights? I think that's so cool. That's gonna make the game feel more intense. For me, I think, especially like my team, or if you're playing like Pro Am and they put like the arena back and you can just play with the crowd, that would be kind of cool. But as you can see with the gameplay, they got the sweat unlocks. The sweat is on point. The lighting is on point. They're trying to make it as good look as good as possible, and they did a good job. Shout out to them. Shot clock in the back looks good. Tissot looks good. The lights look good. Pretty good, man. I'm gotta give them a compliment about that. All new motion engine. They changed the way the players move a little bit. They talk more about it in the other video, but the way the screens work, they changed the way your players' lower body position posture works or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of complicated. I'll talk more about it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. They allowed you to slow down on certain animations like gather steps or Euro steps. As you can see, I think James Harden slows down right there. And as you can see, the lighting, I think that looks cool. Like adding I don't know if this was already in the game, but this for some reason is standing out and I like it. But yeah, Wemby looking extremely crispy. This right here, I love that clip because James Harden overextended for the ball, which if you play this year, they don't do that ever, from my opinion. And so hopefully they improve the catch animations because like the passing could be pretty suspect at times, and I don't think that should be a thing. Especially I have 99 pass accuracy. I throw passes and they airball it and like they can't catch or whatever. I'm irritated. But yeah. Boom, catch and shoot. 3, they did change the way the catch and shoots work. You can catch the ball without a dip. As you can see, there's no dip right here. Enhanced catch and shoot animations. Boom, instant 3. Curry, no dip. Instant 3 with 2 seconds on the clock. No dip again, right? I don't know why they cut the clip there. No dip again, no dip again. 3, 3. They changed the way rhythm shooting works, which I'll talk about in the next clip, the next video. I'm trying to get through this one as well. They did change the way defense works a little bit, not too much. They improved the post game as well, which I think is cool. Obviously, KD always looks good. They have him doing the same animation, the crossover into the pull-up mid-range jumper, every single trailer because they got it right, and it looks very good. It looks just like KD in real life. You can see pull-up, improved rhythm shooting. I'll explain more about that in the next video, but yes. In this video, but the next clip that I show you, that animation with Jalen Brunson looks really good as well. What else? Pretty exciting. Great lighting, like I said. And for now, we're in the finals. The sweat on SGA is crazy. Look at that. Good animations. Lobs. They changed the way lobs work as well. I hate this clip because in real life, Pascal Siakam absolutely obliterated Jalen Williams. I don't even know if this happened in real life. Did this actually happen? I don't remember. But I know I know Pascal Siakam put him on a hole, brother. Disgusting. Beautiful windmill. The post play got a little change. Anthony Edwards looks pretty crispy. LeBron with a beautiful dunk animation. Yeah, that looks really crispy. Bam. Cooper Flag in the game as well. Who else is in this game? D'Lo's there. Luca, LeBron, SGA. Yep, and then you get early access if you order one of the 2 editions, the Superstar Edition or the Leave No Doubt Edition. Which I think is so funny that they create new posters, but most of us buy it digital, and so we don't see these posters ever. Like they don't pop up, and on the screen it just says NBA 2K26. I think that's hilarious, but yeah, that's beside the point. So yeah, you get that. Now, all right, let's fast forward through this. Let's go to the actual gameplay breakdown because they do a great job of talking about the game. So hopefully you guys could understand that.
What's up, y'all? Tyrese Halliburton here with NBA.
Shout out to Tyrese, man. We're gonna miss you, bro. I like how Tyrese went from being one of the most hated players in the NBA, being called overrated, to one of the most beloved, just because of the playoff run that he had. He was phenomenal the whole playoffs. It was so exciting to watch him. And I think he was there. I think they would have won Game 7 if he doesn't get hurt, because he was on a heater, boy. Let me tell you that he was on a heater, man. He was woo, they would have whooped them Thunder, I think, personally.
2K gameplay director Mike Wang to break down this year's new gameplay
That pass was nasty. Wow.
features in 2K26.
Great
Today,
defense.
we'll discuss the new
Again, the sweat.
Pro Play motion engine, enhanced rhythm shooting, and
Rhythm
other
shooting.
advanced controls. Now
The
let's
Euro
get to it.
steps, the
This year, ProPlay technology is evolving, bringing more authenticity than ever before through advancements in rhythm shooting, new customization options on offense, an all-new dynamic motion engine, and much more.
absolutely. So first thing they want to talk about is the Pro Play engine. There's a couple things I don't talk about in this video, which I will mention. But yeah, new Pro Play engine, motion engine.
In 2K26, ProPlay powers the all-new dynamic motion engine, using machine learning technology to make your actions feel more lifelike and realistic.
So to explain that, they did explain it in the stream. Basically, they have a machine or something that's able to capture NBA games, record the movement of the players, and then translate it into the video game, which will allow the gameplay to feel more realistic and look more realistic, which I think is kind of cool, right? I thought they had that from years ago, but I guess they've improved it and made it better. And if that's the case, the gameplay should improve a little bit. So
Dynamic lower body
Very cool.
pose matching adjusts the exact positioning of players' legs and feet on the fly to remove the skating seen in past games. And
So they changed the way that the player moves, basically. Lower pose, I don't know why they overcomplicated the wording, but it basically just means that your player, let's say your player is moving and he gets bumped, your player's legs will drop lower, right? So his stance will change automatically in the game to allow for better movement and prevent sliding. I thought that you could adjust it yourself. No, it's just the mechanism that they added, right? Which will help players not be sliding all over the court. Which I think if that works the way they intended it to, it's going to make defense so much more enjoyable. It's going to make the game feel way more smooth, especially because the game speed is increased. They did bump up the game speed, which is kind of cool.
ensure that players launch,
So let me move my screen. I think, no, I'm going to keep myself here, but I'll just move myself for a little bit. It says dynamic lower body pose matching. That's what it's called. And then machine learning technology, something like that.
plant,
Matching.
and cut realistically. This
So cuts, yeah. So everybody, like, the movement's just different now. Like they improved the movement on the, like, focusing on the lower like body pose matching or whatever it's called, which I think is good if it works.
is the biggest change to player movement since NBA 2K21,
Which
offering
is a huge statement to say this is the biggest player like movement change since 2K21 when we jumped from PS4 to PS5 or old gen to current gen or new gen, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's pretty huge.
a fresh and authentic feeling every time you step on the court.
And that's the same year I made it to the league. It's wild to see how
Bro, I love this green bar, man.
wild.
Look at this. Look at that right there, man. This, I love this, meter. I don't think I'd never use it, but man, that looks really crispy. Just looking at this gameplay right here, you can tell like the defense is playing differently on players. So these two are closer to each other than he is to him. He's leaving that guy open, and then this guy's really close to this guy. I assume he's a shooter. So the AI, they did say help defense to improve, and you can see in the clip that the AI is properly playing proper defense. Typically speaking, the AI just kind of plays however you tell them to. So if you say deny or tight or gap or whatever, they'll listen to that. But now it seems like the AI itself will adjust, which is a good thing, right?
To see how gameplay's evolved the last
Tempo, timing, coverage. So also this scoreboard looks really good, but the rhythm shooting, so I'll just explain this to you, but basically they changed, actually no, they do talk about rhythm shooting, so let me just let them talk about it first. There it is, enhanced rhythm shooting.
Players who take advantage of the rhythm shooting mechanic will notice more responsive and authentic jump shots that simulate a true shooting motion. We really wanted to emphasize creating a skill-based environment in 2K26 that blends authenticity with competition for a more rewarding experience. This renewed focus will be felt across multiple gameplay features, from shot outcomes to successful blocks and steals and loose balls and rebounds.
As a shooter,
So there's a couple things that they went on there. Basically, I think they're hyping it up. They're trying to make it seem like there is a bigger skill gap and more rewarding when you do things right. I think it's going to be typical to other games. But one of the things they did mention in the stream about rhythm shooting is they changed it to the point where there is no necessarily true green window. In other words, it doesn't matter how you time it, right? Let's say you catch the ball and the defender just right here, right? Let's say you catch the ball right there and the defender was nowhere near you. And you wanted to take your time on the timing and the tempo so you can go up, you can go down and up on a slow fashion. As long as the timing matches the tempo and they correlate with each other, you'll green it. But if the defender was on your way, like about to block you, and you wanted to shoot it quick, as long as the tempo and the timing match each other, and then you'll green it either way. So I think that's kind of cool. I don't know how it's gonna work. I think people are gonna complain about it because what's gonna happen is people are gonna learn how to shoot it really quickly, and they're gonna abuse that mechanic, especially with the enhanced catch and shoot animation where you don't have a dip, which I don't think they've talked about in this video yet. So they'll talk about that in a bit. But I just wanted to point that out. I think it's gonna allow players to, but I will say there is a skill gap there to learn how to do it like in a quick motion. I think that's kind of cool. So
That sounds awesome. But what about potential changes to moves in the post?
which signature go-to post shot is phenomenal. I am so happy they added this. I love playing in the post at the beginning of the year, not because it's overpowered, just because typically speaking, I just enjoy the post, especially when everybody's trying to learn how to dribble. People are getting the ball stolen out of them. I'm like, give me the ball in the post. Let me just figure it out. But yeah, I think this is kind of cool to allow players to have signature shots. This includes fadeaways, hooks, baby hooks, floaters, shimmy up and unders. So think about Michael Jordan fadeaway is going to be one. The Hakeem, shake, dream shake, up and under is going to be another. Wilt Chamberlain's finger roll might be one, which has never been in the game, which is a hard shot to like perfect. I have no idea how that would work, but if they could figure that out, that would be like the most overpowered shot for 7-3 players. Just pointing that out because he basically just stands up and flicks it in, and you have no chance to block it, which is insane, but yeah.
Big men in NBA 2K26 will now be able to leverage all new signature
see?
go-to
That's the go-to post shot, which he does in real life. Jokic does that move where he just goes one way, the other way, and then he shoots it over you.
post shots by holding up on the shot stick while in the post. Players can lean into a host of
fadeaway
new
as well.
moves, including
Pretty cool.
shimmy floaters, baby hooks, and up and unders. Playing with your back to the basket is a lost art, but those who are able to master it
That
can take
fadeaway,
advantage of the
man,
game.
with Michael Jordan, it's gonna be nasty. Custom layup package, another insane W, man. Basically, I'm just gonna let them explain it, but this is gonna add a whole nother dynamic to the way people slash, and it's gonna allow you to be more unique than other players. Basically, that's what's gonna do. So you know what I mean? So let's say you like certain Euro steps, certain spins, certain scoop packages from other players. Like you like Giannis's Euro, you like Curry scoop, and you like, I don't know, Jokic's floater for some reason or something like that, right? You're going to be able to take those and put them together. Kind of like the custom dunk package, but I just think it's going to add a skill gap, especially because you can cancel layup animations, right? So when you're doing the spin, let's say you like a specific spin, you can do it, right? And then trigger a different scoop layup animation or whatever it is to get in a more favorable position. This is actually going to be so cool, especially because you can slow down the Euro steps and things like that. Man, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be someone out there. I might try to figure this out who's going to make like a 7-foot slasher playmaking post scorer or something like that can actually dribble, or maybe 6'10", depending on the dribble animations, who's going to be able to just abuse players because of this. Where he's going to Euro, and if you react, you know what I mean? On the Euro, he's just going to continue. But if you don't react, or vice versa, he's gonna change it into a scoop animation or something like that because he's going to stop halfway. Insane. It's going to be amazing. Obviously, I'm kind of talking too complex, but man, it's going to be exciting.
In previous versions of NBA 2K, layups were limited by a single signature layup package. But this year, players can draw inspiration from around the league to mix and match standard layups, floaters, quick scoops, Euro steps, hop steps.
I don't know if that's the correct hop step. I think they meant more like the Derrick Rose hop step where you jump from one side of the paint to the other, which was used to, I think that was overpowered in 2K19, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I think that's the hop step that they're talking about.
And spins, and determine exactly how they want to finish around the rim.
New defensive upgrades. It's kind of exciting if what they're saying is true, but
2K26 uses system-driven tech.
also not to get distracted, but they did change the way the pick and roll works as a screener. So if you're setting the screen and you hold the left stick, let's say you're setting the screen on the left side and you flick it to the right, your player will wrap around the player, go set the screen on the right side, and allow your player to go the other way. I think this is genius. This is going to allow for more movement, especially online, because typically speaking, most players just kind of stand there and wait for you to move into the screen. But this is going to, or take the defender into the screen, but this is going to allow the center to be able to move the screen at any time. But it's also going to be conflicted because of illegal screens. Another thing that they added is when you're setting a screen, you can move it at an angle. So just like rotating a little bit. and your player will turn side to side. So it's going to allow you to hit the screen at a different angle, right? Let's say you want the screen to be on this side of the hip, right? Because you want to go around like this, or you want him to go under, right? Or if you want to drive in, so you put him right here behind the player. There's a lot of different things you can do, and it's going to make it easier to do that. Now, you can do that in today's game, but it's just kind of more annoying to do, but they're going to make it easier for us to do it now. It's kind of cool. I hope Brickwall isn't too overpowered because of that. Yeah, which could be a huge problem, to be honest with you. But if Brickwall's not too overpowered, then we'll be straight.
26 uses system-driven technology to generate player-to-player collisions that are more reliable compared to previously scripted motion captured animations. Coupled with that are more 2K26 uses system-driven technology to generate player-to-player collisions that are more reliable compared to previously scripted motion captured animations.
Like I said, so in previous years when you play the game and you're playing defense, you're usually getting dragged into animations that were captured in mocap, right? Motion capture. But now they allow you to kind of, there's a real feel game, right? So that's a good thing. That means that like when your player, like someone's driving on you, you can move your feet and actually respond to it. You don't get dragged into the animation that they start because they press square, you know, which is going to allow you to defend basically any animation, but allow you to defend better, especially if you're not sliding all over the place. The defense is going to feel good this year, hopefully.
With new dynamic motion, this change improves the freedom of authentic movement for both the dribbler and on-ball defender. Interior defense has also been redesigned so that it's easier to put a body on shooters when they're finishing around the rim and make body-to-body contact in the air. And bigs will feel increased physicality when roaming in the paint.
All right, to add another point to this, so basically you're going to be able to just defend the slashers a lot better. You know, or not a lot better in the sense that it's easier to defend them, but you're more capable. So there's a skill gap there, which is, I think, the goal of it. And if it works, it's going to be good. Also, big man, yeah, I think strength is going to matter a little bit this year because of that. It's always mattered for rebounding with that. But another point that I was going to make that I'll mention in this video is there's a timing to rebounds. So if you time your rebound right, it's going to give you a green rebound timing, which is only going to improve the chance of getting the rebound. The higher your overall rating on the rebound is, the easier it is to green it. So, yeah, but it's kind of cool that they're allowing players to know how their timing was, which is only going to make players better rebounders, which is kind of cool, I guess. But, yeah. Advanced controls. Now, this is where it gets kind of cool. This is where they should have mentioned the screens, but they don't in this video. That's why I mentioned it earlier. But they do talk about something else, which is called protecting the ball, which I think guards are really going to like this. And especially because this is going to allow you to be a bigger guard. Bigger guards are going to be a little bit more useful this year. Like just for fun, like if you make a bigger guard, I don't think in the competitive scene it is going to be like that because obviously speed and 3-point shooting always runs that. But
last but not least, we've added some new offensive controls to give players a more.
You see how he moves his hand out? Pay attention to his hand. He kind of sticks it out. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
More intuitive, deliberate, and free-flowing experience. Ball handlers can now shield themselves from steals by reacting with the Quick Protect mechanic.
So the Quick Protect mechanic, I'm pretty sure is L2 or left trigger, right? I've always done this when I dribble, and it's always worked because your player turns his back to them and he kind of puts a post animation. It's always been there, but now it's actually more official, right? Now your player's going to stick the hand out. They think this is going to make it good at the beginning of the year because obviously at the beginning of the year, post players and lockdowns run the game. Lockdowns just kind of spam square. This is going to allow the good players, the people who know what they're doing, to counter that by timing the protect animation at the right time, which will force the AI or the defender to get a foul animation, which is going to make it more of a chess match trying to get steals and protect the ball. If this makes it too overpowered for guard defenders or for guards, it might be a little annoying, but who knows? Maybe there's a rating tied to it that won't make it like, you know what I mean? Like as a center, I shouldn't be able to just use the quick protect animation to, keep the ball from being ribbed at 25 ball handle, obviously. So maybe there's something to that, but also I want to show you on the screen because I'm covering it. It says wrap passes on the far right. That's something I'm very excited about, and I'll mention in a second. Actually, let me just do this. There you go.
The introduction of Quick Protect will bring more balance and lead to more skill-based outcomes. You can even use it to put defenders in jail, just like Luka and other strong guards love to do.
Which is great. Like I said, it's going to make bigger guards more useful. So you're going to be able to use that component to basically just get right around them and go in. Like you don't have to cross them up or anything. Just if they play certain defense, they don't play defense right, they don't respect you, they don't give you the space necessary, you can just do that to them. which is kind of cool because again, it makes the bigger guards more useful. I still think the game's gonna be run by small guards who are fast though. So
Spot up shooter.
also, I want you to pay attention to the gap between these two, right? It's not as noticeable. Obviously, Anthony Davis and this guy is huge. So the AI did improve. The way they play help defense changes depending on who it is. Obviously, Draymond's playing this guy close because he can't go any closer to the paint there. But AD's not the greatest shooter, so they're separated. Obviously, that's kind of basic, but they did say that they improved the help defense IQ. But I want you to pay specifically to Klay Thompson and Podzimski, or whatever his name is.
You can use the new quick shot feature.
So this is the gap. You see how far away? I mean, that's pretty close-ish. I mean, that's bad defense. But I want you to pay attention how fast he gets
By
a shot
holding
up.
the left trigger on
You see how fast that was?
catch and shoot shot.
He didn't even get a step close. He didn't even get a contest.
This will skip the
Right here, this is going to show
Dip.
you. Look, as soon as he catches. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so look, as soon as he catches,
and allow you to get your
boom, he instantly goes up with his shot.
shots off super quick like Klay Thompson.
Splash.
Slashers now
That's going to really hurt AI on a rec, because if you're getting guarded by an AI, all you have to do is just time your quick catch animation and just shoot it over them.
have access to slow motion Euro step gathers, something we've been seeing a
Which
lot
is
of in the
great.
league lately from players like yourself and Ant.
This is great, by the way, because it's going to give more tools for slashers to be dominant and to be useful. Obviously, the game is run by three-point shooting, which kind of makes other positions kind of obsolete, but this is going to allow them to be more useful. Especially, like, it's just going to be funner, I think, for players playing.
help you
the game.
navigate through the paint and around defenders by decelerating to throw defenders off and create space with a slow-mo finish. And finally, another highly requested
Wraparound
feature is the
passes.
ability to force rat passes, which will allow you to feed the corner three or thread the needle to a cutting teammate and avoid defenders playing the passing lanes.
Which is amazing. So you're going to trigger this by doing spamming BB or circle circle, which is used to be the flashy pass button, right? This, let me, I don't know why I'm struggling to flip this. So this, but I don't know what the new flashy pass component is, but I do, I don't know, whatever it is. I'm sure they add something. Just go through the controls when you get the game. But I will say something, this might be a little too overpowered, because as a passer, like when I play pass first and I'm playing with the team, I could easily get 15 assists, 20 assists, right? Because you just time on the cuts, you just learn how to time your passes. And one of the reasons you even get turnovers in that area is because you hit people in the back of the head or the back of the jersey, or it hits them on the side because the pass just doesn't get thrown right. So having this component is going to make it easier, but it's also going to make it more skillful, because I should be able to throw a proper pass to prevent those type of turnovers. And also, it's going to increase the value of pass accuracy. I'm sorry, I just ate. But yeah, it's going to increase the value of pass accuracy, which I think is good, because typically speaking, you look at the best players in the world, they sacrifice pass accuracy for three-point shooting all the time. So a 92 pass accuracy is more than enough for people, right? And I'm a big 99 pass accuracy guy. So if they could make 99 pass accuracy valuable, let's say, to the point where it's very hard to steal the ball from those guys when they pass it, I think it's going to be very useful.
As a big-time 2K fan, I can't wait to get my hands on 2K26 and experience these all-new features for myself.
Gameplay in NBA 2K26 has taken a giant leap forward with more personalization and variety, faster pace, and more skill-based gameplay.
Whether you're a new player or a veteran like me, everyone can master the fundamentals in these all-new moves. Pre-order NBA 2K26 Superstar or Leave No Doubt Edition today and hit the court sooner with early access.
I think that's kind of cool. The early access. Oh, hard, man. I'm going to probably buy it. You have to buy the Superstar Edition and the Leave No Doubt, or the Leave No Doubt. So $100 or $150 Canadian. Not actually US. I don't know how much it is in Europe or Canada. But I will say it's worth it for me because I make content. So those first 7 days of me making videos, I'll make basically all the money back. Which is good enough, Obviously, I have plans for this year when the game comes out. I'm going to do my career videos basically every day for the first 5 months or so. I think that's going to give my game a component that other people don't have. So I'm going to make up a specific my career build, right, that I will play on. And then I have other builds, or I'll take that same build and play the park and do other content. I might do my team as well. If my team is good this year, obviously we don't have gameplay about that, but that's the goal. And yes, I'm going to bring back VC Method. So that's why I wanted the game early, so I can figure that out. I'll probably be streaming when I'm trying to figure that out. So yeah. But I'm excited for NBA 2K26 to be honest with you. I don't know if you guys are, but if you are, let me know in the comments down below. Tell me anything that you like about this video. I know people are gonna say, "Well, it's just hype. It's just hype. It's just hype." I say that you have to give him a chance, man. So, oh, the Leave No Doubt edition, you can only buy it through September 7th, I guess. Oh yeah, because that's when the game officially comes out. Yeah, I don't know. I want the game August 29th, so I'm gonna have to pre-order it, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm excited though. Like I said, I think there's a lot of reasons to just play the game, and yeah. So also August 29th is Saturday, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Saturday. No, it's a Friday. It is Friday. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, God bless you. Jesus loves you. Goodbye. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Take care. Goodbye.